Hey, my name is Joe, and I'm going to present the ORGO app today. So, our goal for this hackathon from the prompt was to offer blockchain technology to cultural institutions to engage patrons and form more loyal communities. So, what we took from that for our objectives are to create an easy to use application to introduce new audiences to blockchain and improve engagement with the experience of curated works beyond the walls of the museums themselves. And finally, improve the mobile experience currently offered at museums using blockchain technology. So our solution is the ORGO app. This is a mobile web app for patrons visiting museums to receive blockchain credentials while they're touring and participating in activities. This is a scavenger hunt game that patrons can play to experience a curated curriculum through the exhibits and verify their observation of the works, their comprehension of the work, and individual activities associated with the museum operations. So we can use this using device sensors such as the device location data, photo recognition, text inputs to answer riddles, quizzes, and surveys, and finally staff approval codes to verify you did participate and watch this thing happen. So on the left hand side here we have a prototype view of what this might look like. So we imagine you enter a museum's view of the ORGO web app, and you select an individual collection or a theme that you'd like to explore, for example, the live insect zoo at the Smithsonian Museum. And inside this would be a list of engagement activities that you could participate in, to win museum points. So we have here feeding the tarantulas, and this happens only at certain times, so you've got to visit the museum at the right time, observe this activity, and get the staff approval code that you've completed that. Or the next one, find the Malayan jungle nymph. While you're in the live insect zoo, make sure you have verified your observation of this insect by providing a photo evidence of it. So what this front end scavenger hunt experience does on the back end is uses Tezos NFT technology to issue non-transferable NFT credentials to the user's wallet. So the visitors that come to the cultural institution would use the ORGO web app. They would create a Tezos blockchain identity, and they would track their progress and earn rewards while they're completing these tasks to verify their observation, comprehension, and activities. The cultural institutions themselves would be creating these curriculum for these scavenger hunts for different ages, and then they would use AI and machine learning to verify the completion or these staff approval codes to verify different activities. And then finally, they would issue a credential on chain for each individual activity. So these are non-transferable NFTs that are held in the visitor wallets, and they form as a sort of resume that the visitor is building while they're progressing through this scavenger hunt. And we can connect this blockchain identity and this verified proof of the experience of the museum to rewards in the local community. So the first, most important, would probably be the museum leaderboard points to allow patrons to see how do they compare to other patrons and where do they fit on the leaderboard, and have a fun game you could play. For example, at a field trip with school children, you could have a daily leaderboard and see who can complete the most progress by the end of the day. We can also offer NFTs and other on-chain rewards very quickly and automatically based off of very specific credentials that get assigned to the user's wallet. And we can also get local business discounts and schools to offer extra credit and have an additional reward for completing this scavenger hunt at the museum and having this verified activity completion. And then finally, some in-person things that museums are already doing are free food, events, free t-shirts, things like that that would engage people to have a reward for completing different levels of progress in the scavenger hunt. So the value proposition to visitors is that they are now able to participate in a scavenger hunt and explore their cultural institutions. So they will earn points, get higher up on the leaderboard, and they will build a blockchain identity. This identity will be transferable between cultural institutions, whereas the current solutions don't have an ability for one museum to, for example, line up their activities with another museum easily. And this could also function for reciprocal membership between institutions. For example, if you have a reward of someone who's completing everything in the whole museum, to have a free, annual membership, you could reciprocate that between multiple institutions because we have this shared data on this new identity. And then also visitors will be able to take their points and spend them or exchange them to earn additional rewards, as we had on the previous slide. So from the museum angle, this offers a new type of interaction where they can engage with their community. It's some of the similar things that they already have actually happening, which is the observation of works, comprehension of works, and the activities that they host as events or individual exhibitions. But what is new about it is there's a new fine-grained insight into the patrons where you can see exactly who has completed what inside the museum. There's additional details other than just counting the number of people in a room with a work, where you can actually see, did they understand something from it, did they learn something from it, and this fine-grained knowledge will all be summed up in their blockchain identity, where we can also target direct marketing towards people who have viewed a very specific cultural work, such as offering a video or a movie ticket to someone who has seen a painting that the movie is about, something like that. And then finally, the leaderboard and what this identity represents will go well beyond the walls of the museum. So these points could have meanings in local businesses or schools or churches. There's more than just the end of the day's activities inside the museum, because you're creating this credential that people can take with them. And our strategies for how we would like to deploy this are definitely through strategic partnerships with aligning new cultural institutions who would like to take on the ORGO app with their community, and then offering a referral program to the patrons who are inside of the app. So their ability to bring their friend to an exhibit or to host an event where they bring their friends all to the same museum or cultural institution to get additional points and go higher up on the leaderboard. We could also, at the existing parties and events and discussions that cultural institutions are hosting, we could use these as opportunities to verify the attendance at an event and kickstart the use of the app at these off-site or on-site events. And then finally is the contest or the leaderboard itself, and the rewards available to the patrons. These contests could be daily, weekly, or monthly, and we could have the winners be announced on social media and things like this, where people are trying to engage with the app as much as possible to win higher up on the leaderboard. So that is everything about our solution, and you can reach us at our website, orgo.earth. Thanks.